Okay. Hello, children. It is time to solve the Math 7 online homework number 2. Okay, so if you recall, we saw in our lesson that a triangle consists of 3 angles that total up to 180 degrees. So if we add up the two that we have here, 42 and 63, that's 100, 40 plus 60, plus 5 more, 2 plus 3. So that's 105. Now the equation would be x plus 105 equals 180. Of course, you take away the 105 from both sides. 5 away from 80 is 75. Of course, if you just did 180 minus 105, I would not be upset at all. I'll give you the equations, though, because they're slightly more correct. X is 75 degrees for number 1. Number 2, I'm adding up 55 plus 80. So 1580 is 130 plus 5 more is 135. So x plus 135 is going to equal 180. Take away that 135 from both sides. So I've got 180 minus 135. 80 minus 30 is 50. 50 minus 5 is 45. So x equals 45 degrees right here. Number 3, I've got, this is a great just equation here. I've got an x and an x, so I've got 2 x's. Plus 100 more equals 180. I take away that 100 from the left side of the equal sign and do the same to the right. I'm left with 2x equals 80. That's a multiplication coefficient, so if I divide it away, I'm left with x equals 40. So 40 degrees here, and 40 degrees right there for number 3. Number 4, very similar type of problem. I've got x plus x. I've got 2x again, but this time it's plus 90 equals 180. Now you may already know that 180 minus 90 is 90. And you may also already know that if you divide 90 in half, you get 45. A 45 degree angle is half of a 90 degree angle. And following a very similar pattern, we've got 2 x's here plus 130 equals 180. Let's take that 130 away. 80 minus 30 is going to be 50. Got 2x here. Divide it in half. I have x equals 25. So 25 degrees here and 25 degrees right there. Okay, moving on down to number 6, we start to get a lot more complicated. I have multiple x's here. I've got 1, I've got 2. Plus 2 more makes a total of 4 x's. And I have 40 here plus 20 more there. That means there's 60 degrees already given. So I know that equals 180. I'm going to take away the 60. And 18 minus 6 is 12, so that's 120. Bring down the 4x. I'm going to divide the coefficient away. So divide by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so 120 divided by 4 is 30. Now I got to figure out all these different angles. Right here I've got x plus 40, so x is 30, so 30 plus 40 makes this one 70. This one is twice x, so if I double the 30, I get 60 degrees. And here is x plus 20, so 30 plus 20 is 50 degrees. Okay, moving on to the last one. This is kind of a challenge question. I gave you 2 blank angles. I gave you a 45. So you can't really figure these out, but I gave you something here. I gave you 2 intersecting lines. So if you remember that these 2 right here are vertical angles, and that these 2 right here will also be vertical angles, if we take 120 away from 180, you're left with 60. So this angle right here is 60 degrees, which means B is also 60 degrees. Now we have 60 and 45, which is 105. And if I take 105 away from 180, I'm left with 75. And right there is that final angle. A is 75 degrees. All right, there you go. There are your solutions for online homework number 1.